There are moments in life which are pivotal, moments when everything changes. Things are measured as being before or after these momentous occasions. The Bible has many moments like that recorded, and today we're going to read one of them. It's found in the book of Genesis, chapter 3, and I'm reading the first 15 verses. The heading is The Fall of Man. The serpent was the shrewdest of all the wild animals the Lord God had made. One day he asked the woman, "Did God really say you must not eat the fruit from any of the trees in the garden?" "Of course we may eat fruit from the trees in the garden," the woman replied. "It's only the fruit from the tree in the middle of the garden that we're not allowed to eat." God said, "You must not eat it or even touch it. If you do, you will die." "You won't die," the serpent replied to the woman. "God knows that your eyes will be opened as soon as you eat it, and you will be like God, knowing both good and evil." The woman was convinced. She saw that the tree was beautiful and its fruit looked delicious, and she wanted the wisdom it would give her. So she took some of the fruit and ate it. Then she gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate it too. At that moment their eyes were opened, and they suddenly felt shame at their nakedness. So they sewed fig leaves together to cover themselves. When the cool evening breezes were blowing, the man and his wife heard the Lord God walking about in the garden. So they hid from the Lord God among the trees. Then the Lord God called to the man, "Where are you?" He replied, "I heard you walking in the garden, so I hid. I was afraid because I was naked." "Who told you you were naked?" the Lord God asked. "Have you eaten from the tree whose fruit I commanded you not to eat?" The man replied, "It was the woman you gave me who gave me the fruit, and I ate it." Then the Lord God asked the woman, "What have you done?" "The serpent deceived me," she replied. "That's why I ate it." Then the Lord God said to the serpent, "Because you have done this, you are cursed more than all animals, domestic and wild. You will crawl on your belly, groveling in the dust as long as you live, and I will cause hostility between you and the woman, and between your offspring and her offspring. He will crush your head, and you will bruise his heel." Mankind, created in the image and likeness of God, had been placed into the most wondrous of places. There was no sickness or disease, no pandemics, no fear, no war, no violence, no pain, no suffering, no death, grieving, no sorrow. It was literally paradise on earth. Everything was there for them to enjoy. Only one thing was held back from them: the right to determine good and evil. For God alone was to be the judge of that. But there was an enemy, Satan, who beguiled the woman and caused the man to disobey the prohibition. And in that act of disobedience, in that pivotal moment, everything changed. Everything was lost, not only for the man and woman, but for every child thereafter born into the human race. But there is a glorious hope, for there in verse 15 is the first proclamation of the gospel, the first promise of the Redeemer who would come. He will crush your head and you will bruise his heel. Jesus was crucified on a hill called Calvary, the meaning of which is skull. At Calvary, Jesus was bruised, but the cross plunged into the skull, dealt the death blow to Satan, just as God had spoken it in the beginning. May God bless you and have a wonderful day.